Hi, in this video tutorial, we will see how foreign spam filters may be integrated into your Microsoft Exchange environment. Today, there is a wide choice of spam filtering solutions that lack Microsoft Exchange specific integration. One example is the open source Spam Assassin. There are many others, including those running on non-Windows platforms, on dedicated firewall appliances, and filters running at external service providers. Here is the type of setup we will be looking at. Emails are first processed by the foreign spam filter. The filter identifies legitimate and spam emails and tags these with a custom header or maybe by inserting some subject tag. The email is then forwarded to Exchange. Exchange is unable to interpret the tags, thus all emails end up in the user mailbox. The solution we will be discussing supports all versions from Exchange 2003, 2007 and 2010. It employs IMF Tune to convert the foreign filter tags to SCL ratings that Exchange understands. Once we do this, legitimate emails will be deposited to the inbox and spam goes to the junk folder. Users won't need to manually create any rules to deal with spam. And of course, the support desk is relieved from all the maintenance these client-side rules require. In addition, Outlook client safe senders, safe recipients and block senders lists are also applied. In this tutorial, I will assume you already have your foreign spam filter up and running, routing emails to Exchange. What we will be focusing on is the Exchange configuration side. To begin, we will need the Exchange built-in anti-spam filter. In Exchange 2003, this is the Intelligent Message Filter, IMF. In Exchange 2007 and 2010, we instead have the Content Filter. In all cases, here we will ensure the built-in Exchange filter is installed and enabled. Configure the junk filter threshold. Disable any gateway action. Let's start from Exchange 2003. I am here running Exchange 2003 with Service Pack 2. If you don't have SP2, you will need to upgrade in order to follow this procedure. Exchange 2003 SP2 includes the Intelligent Message Filter. So, we go to the Exchange System Manager, Global Settings, Message Delivery Properties. At the Intelligent Message Filter page, we make sure the gateway action is set to No Action, and set the junk folder threshold to 6. Next, we enable IMF at the SMTP virtual server. You will find this under the server protocols. We select Apply Intelligent Message Filter and save all changes. Let's see how to do the same configuration on Exchange 2007 and 2010. I will be working on an Exchange 2010 Hub Transport server, but the same applies to 2007. Also note that as from version 2007, Exchange provides the Edge Transport server, a dedicated email hygiene SMTP front end. Since we are discussing a scenario where the spam filter is not Exchange integrated, it is unlikely you will be running the Edge server. In case you do, the content filter configuration I will be doing on the Hub Transport has to be done on the Edge Transport instead. Let's go to our Hub Transport server. You will want to do this on the Hub Transport that first handles Internet email. Here, the Exchange content filter has to be installed manually. One exception to this is Small Business Server 2008. In that case, the content filter should be already installed. From the Exchange Management Console, we confirm that there is no anti-spam property page yet. We move to the Exchange Management Shell. On Exchange 2007, you can straight away enter install anti-spam agents.ps1. But on Exchange 2010, we have to first change our directory to the scripts folder under the Exchange application directory. And then enter /install antispamagents.ps1. That's it. We just restart the Microsoft Exchange Transport Service. Reopening the Management Console, we find the newly added Anti-Spam Property page. Since we are employing an external spam filter, we disable all filters except for the content filter. Let me emphasize that we have to keep the content filter enabled. Now, from the content filter, we simply disable any gateway filtering actions and save changes. To set the junk folder threshold, we go back to the Exchange Management shell and enter Set Organization Config SCL Junk Threshold 6. It's now time to install and configure IMF Tune. I downloaded the 30-day evaluation from windeveloper.com. We installed this on the same Exchange server where IMF or the content filter is running. From the IMF Tune configuration, we create SCL rules for matching spam and legitimate emails. This step depends on the type of tagging the foreign spam filter is using. Very often, the filter will insert a fixed custom header to mark spam, such as X-spam tag yes. Legitimate emails would either have a value of no, or they would be missing the header altogether. Go to the Simple SCL Rules category. Enable the rules list. Add a new rule. Under header, we enter the custom header name. Check the correct name from your foreign spam filter documentation. Under expression to match, enter the header value. In our case, this is yes. Match type contains operation set value 2 and SCL change 7. Remember, earlier we configured the Exchange junk threshold to 6. This is why we configured the rule SCL to 7. We just added 1 to the Exchange threshold. If legitimate emails are tagged with the same header set to value no, create a new rule matching no and set the SCL to 0. Some filters won't insert any header to legitimate emails. In that case, create a rule that matches emails when the header is missing. We do this by specifying match type is empty or missing. If instead of using a custom header your filter inserts some text in the email subject, we can create a rule matching the subject tag. At the value field, we enter the subject text inserted by the filter. In subject tagging, legitimate emails normally would have no tag. To match these, we use an advanced rule. Here, we just create a rule with no conditions. Set the SCL to 0, since these are legitimate emails. And add one subject exception testing the subject tag. Here, we are simply saying, if the email subject does not contain this text, then set the SCL to 0. IMF Tune can also handle more complex tagging schemes. For assistance, please discuss your requirements with WinDeveloper support. Apart from configuring the rules, we could also activate other IMF Tune features, such as CSV logging, reporting, and the quarantine system. The quarantine would divert all spam to a central repository replacing the Outlook junk folder altogether. For details on the quarantine system, please check the WinDeveloper video tutorial section. This completes our tutorial. Today, we saw how foreign spam filters may be integrated into your Exchange environment, allowing users to focus on their email, keeping their inbox spam-free. We encourage you to download our 30-day evaluation and try IMF Tune out. Also, check the links shown here for more IMF Tune video tutorials. Until then, thanks for watching.